Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to another video. Okay, for today's video, I would like to share with you about the life story of this Carlo Acutis. Have you heard about him? I've seen this in social media. Actually, there was a lot coming out in the feeds, and yeah, I was just curious, like he's gonna be a saint. And yeah, I read that part also, that he will be declared as a saint on July this year. So let's find out together, shall we? Let's go.
Was a person of great charity towards the less fortunate and the suffering, a kind heart that shone in his community. Carlo's mother, Antonia Salzano, shared a series of prophetic dreams that marked their lives. In the first of these dreams, which occurred before Carlo's birth, a divine light approached Antonia and told her, "I am your son. And then, I will take you to heaven." These words would only gain meaning after Carlo's death, when it became clear that his son had been a divine gift destined for an extraordinary mission, to spread the holiness and love of Jesus throughout the world. Carlo himself had made a promise to his mother shortly before his death. "Mom, when I get to heaven, I will perform miracles." And indeed, after his death, numerous miracles and graces were attributed to Carlo, leading to his beatification in 2020. Antonia Salzano paid homage to God for giving her such an exceptional son, a son whose example and intercession continue to inspire and support many people. Another prophetic dream deeply touches Antonia's heart, which occurred a few days before Carlo's death. In this dream, she found herself inside a church, in front of a depiction of Saint Francis of Assisi. Looking up, she saw the gigantic face of her son. Saint Francis predicted that Charles would become a crucial point of reference for the church. This dream would acquire a tragic meaning the following night, when a disturbing voice during Antonia's sleep announced Carlo's imminent death. Initially, Antonia dismissed this voice as a negative thought, but it would become a tragic warning when Carlo was urgently hospitalized that Saturday, October 7th, due to fulminant leukemia. Despite the suffering Carlo was facing, his faith remained unshakable. He courageously declared, "I offer all the suffering that I will have to endure for the Lord, for the Pope and for the whole Church. There are people who suffer much more than me. I am happy to die because I have lived my life without wasting a single moment on things that do not please God." Shortly before her tragic death, Antonia had another disturbing dream. He dreamed of a little lamb bled to death and abandoned to die, while a voice in Arabic pronounced words that meant sacrifice and victim. These words proved prophetic when Carlo was struck by hemorrhages caused by his fulminant leukemia, an illness that led to a sudden and painful death. His short but intense life will remain a beacon of faith and inspiration for generations to come. For Antonia, the vision in the dream enigmatically foretold the tragic end of her little one, a fate marked by intense physical suffering. With emotion, Antonia shares, "I am deeply convinced that Carlo, as a sort of emulation of Jesus, was sacrificed for the good of many, accepted by God as a precious gift for their salvation." Continuing her story, Antonia reveals, "Carlo was a cheerful boy, with a lively spirit, who spoke words of wisdom. We, in the family, listened carefully to his words and treasured them." Incredibly, Carlo had predicted his fate years before, and after his disappearance, a video recorded 2 months before his death was discovered in which he had predicted everything. His extraordinary intuition allowed him to speak of future events with a precision that defied rational explanation. One thing is certain, Carlo lived a life imbued with profound spirituality and coherence. A significant episode among many is the following. He appeared to me in a dream announcing to me that I would become a mother again, and today I have next to me, I have twins who were born 12 years ago. Carlo seemed to have the ability to perform miracles, giving extraordinary graces. But what led to his beatification took place in Brazil during the 7th anniversary of his death, on October 12, 2013, in Campo Grande. 6-year-old Matthew was born with a bifurcated pancreas and could not digest solid foods. Father Marcelo Tenorio invited the faithful to a novena and placed a fragment of Carlo's shirt on the little patient. The next day, Matthew began to eat normally. Doctors, using a CT scan, confirmed that his pancreas had become identical to that of a healthy person, without any surgery. An instant, complete, and completely inexplicable healing according to contemporary medical science. Carlo, after having participated in the sacred Eucharist, cultivated a profound devotion for the Madonna. When he was about 8 years old, he had an extraordinary vision of Our Lady of Fatima during a church procession. Our Lady stopped in front of him and offered him her heart, placing it delicately on his chest. She gave him the invitation to consecrate himself to her Immaculate Heart and to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Carlo's words to achieve holiness and fight evil and sin are a true treasure. To becoming the first millennial saint in the Catholic Church, after a second miracle was attributed to his intercession. The miracle involves a 21-year-old girl from Costa Rica, named Valeria Valverde, who was near death after seriously injuring her head in a bicycle accident. The family was told that her situation was very critical and that she could die at any moment. 6 days after the accident, Valeria's mother went on a pilgrimage to Assisi to pray for the healing of her daughter at the tomb of Carlo Acutis, leaving a written note. On that same day, Valeria began to breathe on her own, and she recovered the use of her upper limbs and partly recovered her speech. Valeria spent only 1 week in physical therapy, and 2 months after her accident, she went on a pilgrimage to Carlo Acutis' tomb in Assisi with her mother to celebrate her complete healing.